Muizenberg's history, like much of South Africa, is deeply intertwined with the painful legacy of apartheid. During the mid-20th century, as the apartheid regime took hold, Muizenberg's once vibrant and cosmopolitan beach scene became segregated along racial lines. What had been a popular holiday destination for people of all races was now restricted by the Group Areas Act, which assigned specific beaches, neighborhoods, and public spaces to different racial groups. The famous Muizenberg Beach, a symbol of leisure and freedom, was no longer accessible to all. White South Africans had exclusive access to the prime beachfront area, while people of color were pushed to designated sections or entirely barred from enjoying the coastal town. The division not only fractured communities but also deeply scarred the town's social and cultural fabric. Yet even under the harsh realities of apartheid, Muizenberg retained a quiet resilience. Its waves continued to attract surfers, including those who defied the segregation law, risking arrest to surf the iconic breaks. Over time, Muizenberg became a subtle site of resistance, where the spirit of inclusion and shared space survived underground.
My dad, Ahmed Collier, he's well known in Cape Town. He's like the first black surfer to just want to go surf the beaches, But then he got told he couldn't surf the beaches because it was like whites only, and it's all that, like the history of apartheid. So my dad got me into surfing because he loved the sport and he loved the ocean, but also he felt that, like, as a person, you're entitled to, where you're born, to partake in whatever sport, whatever you feel to do, wherever you feel to go. So the ocean has always taught me about that, about just being myself. It was hard, because my family got arrested many times going to beaches. When you think of going to the beach, you don't think of getting arrested, with your mother and your sister and your brothers, your father. So that's our history of what we had to go through to come to, because remember, Muizenberg was a whites-only beach. I couldn't come on this beach, So, like, we have that. We felt it, we know it. And I think, like, everybody needs to also realize that, like, people have come out of different backgrounds to come partake in the ocean, so we must share it. And we must, like, have more of like a sharing, loving kind of attitude in the ocean,
When apartheid ended in 1994, Muizenberg began its process of healing, opening its beaches and public spaces to all South Africans once again. Today, the town stands not just as a reminder of its colonial and apartheid era past, but as a beacon of transformation, where the sands and waves are once more a place for everyone to enjoy.
And why do you like surfing?
The nature, I think, the ocean. I think now that I'm older, it's kind of like, it's so clean and pristine in the ocean, It's a nice place to be. I kind of love competing and I love that whole hype of surfing, but as I grew older, I kind of realized that it's just a very healthy place to be. It gives you longevity of life and gives you meaning to life. And like, it's also, in the ocean you have young, you have old, you have men, you have women, you have everything in the ocean. So it's about, like, everybody, there's a nicer environment in the ocean than on land. I kind of realized that,
On inclusivity, Dave Chudley moved to Muizenberg and opened a surf shop especially for girls.
We started the surf school, and we started as a place called Girls Zone Surf School, because we actually wanted to develop girls surfing, because there were so few girls that were surfing and there were so many that wanted to surf. So there wasn't really an environment that was comfortable for them, because surfing was very much a male dominated sport and very little was done for the ladies and girls.
And do you think this was a problem mostly at Muizenberg or all?
No, this is international. This is worldwide.
Bronwyn Chudley reflects on how surfing has changed for girls and women.
Would you say a girl, because you're a girl, it changes a lot?
So when I first started surfing, girl surfing wasn't a really big thing. And when we headed out into the water, boys would yell at us, get out the water, you shouldn't be here, you're in our way. And even, like, I was 10 years old getting sworn at by adult men. But nowadays, there is still a little bit of that energy out there. but there's a lot more girls surfing, so it's not as much, and it's very rare to see that kind of an attitude out there.
Yeah.
More of the attitude is just localism, where people are getting annoyed that someone is in this space when they're trying to catch waves.
Yeah.
But yeah, girl surfing has come a long way, and
And do you think surfing has changed your life?
Surfing changed my life completely. I was a high-powered sales manager in an IT company with lots of money. Now I'm a poor surfer on the beach. But the difference is financially I might be a lot poorer. However, the satisfaction and the actual achievement that we've had over the last 22 years by changing people's lives, changing families' lives, where families come in and you can see there's some Joburg, they're all stressed.
Yeah.
And they get in the water, they have the surf, and suddenly there's a whole new dynamic with the family, and they have become positive. They're all back together again, they've got something in common, and that, to me, families like that coming back year after year after year.
Surfing can change someone's life. Lloyd struggled with addiction, but with help of surfing, today he's clean.
Changed my life in many ways. It helps with sobriety. It helps me find something that I'm passionate about that isn't just the party.
Yeah, and well, what does surfing mean to you?
Surfing is my lifesaver, one of them. It's a religion, it's a spirituality, it's a lifestyle, as I said.
Yeah, and would you say surfing is like a therapy?
100% a therapy.
Waves for Change is a non-profit organization based in Muizenberg. It provides surf therapy, combining the physical and emotional benefits of surf.
The kids are not only coming here to learn how to surf. Okay, so we're using surfing as a therapy.
Yeah.
As a way for them, instead of them going to a therapist, they can use surfing as a sort of meditation, I can say. So basically, when they come here, we don't only teach them surfing, we also teach them. So we have a syllabus that we work with.
Yeah.
A curriculum that we do. So every single week when the kids come, there's a different lesson that they have to be taught.
What do you think of Waves for Change?
Beautiful, important, I started development of surfing in 1999 here at Muizenberg.
Yeah.
So not me, but the team of surfers and the group of people that I was raised up with, we had to teach our kids to surf. So development of surfing is just us teaching our children. You know what I mean? People look at it as development of surfing, but we just kind of getting our kids, just like your dad would like you to be a sports person and do a lot of stuff. So too would like my kid, and so too would a poor person on the street. He also would love his kid not to grow up on the street, but also to experience these things. So Waves for Change is something like that, where you can come and participate without having the financial kind of background or whatever, so it's important.
Once a homeless kid in Muizenberg, Paul Sampson is making waves in the international surfer scene.
I'm a coach now, and I'm coaching Paul Sampson, which, he's the top surfer at the moment in Africa. He's supposed to be in Australia competing today at the Snapper Rocks events. I was watching it on live TV, but he's missing those two events to train and prepare, and also financially. He's trying to raise funds, which shouldn't be like that because he's the best in Africa. Sponsors should be lined up. He should be at the event. But now we're struggling to raise funds, and we're going through like a lot of hardships to make it possible. But
Started at the age of 6. When did you discover surfing? Like, how did you discover surfing?
So because I was from Kimberley, where there was no oceans, discovered with like mining and diamonds, my mom used to obviously come here each and every time by the train and the line you can see over here. From where we stay in Kimberley, it's like a couple of hours away, but I mean the trip was worthwhile.
So you made it work.
Exactly. So the only time that I really found found a connection with the ocean was when my mom came this side, and that was my first time actually connecting with the
How did you find that you liked surfing?
Man, to be honest, like I said, it wasn't in my background. My brother used to do it. He was the one, that taught me, that spent time. He took me, the only time I started surfing was because he took me in for my 16th, like not my 16th birthday, but like, I think for my 3rd or 4th birthday, he took me in for like a surf lesson. And from that day, my connection with the ocean was just like unlimited,
so, like when you get in the ocean, like you basically forget everything that's happening on land.
Yeah, exactly. It's like how can I say, it's like a meditation, you know. It's like
helps relieve stress.
exactly with everything, you know. So I mean, surfing. One thing I can say, surfing is for everything, for everyone. Whether
Yeah.
you're 80 years old, whether you're young, it's for each and everyone.
Being a professional, does that how's being a professional surfer?
I mean, look, I've been surfing now for 19, 20 years, and I've only like, you know, made the WSL World Surfing League.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be surfing my first event in Durban, the Belito, in June. I mean, yeah, look, if you look at all the professional surfers on the circuit at the moment, like, I mean, like, they do put a lot of work into it.
Yeah.
I mean, the waves are quite solid. You know, you have to keep fit. So it's really important that your mind is really at the, you know, like your mind and your body correspond, man. Where, you know, you're healthy, you know what you're going for, you know the goal, you know where you obviously wanting to go, you know. So professional surfing is really fun, but it's serious. And I think it's obviously like, yeah, it just leads up to where your heart is at the end of the day and where your mind is and where you want to be. But then, you know,
Yeah, like talking about minds, like how does your mind change when you go on the water?
man, like my mind is not, it's nowhere else but there at that moment, you
Yeah.
know, because as soon as you even just connect with the ocean, man, it's like you just let go of everything, you know. And I think that's for kids, for each and everyone. It's really important that you can have a space like that, you know, where there's a lot of people surfing. Remember, surfing is an individual sport, so you know, yeah, I think it's really free and just like it's just a good feeling, you know, a healthy feeling. And it's like the meditation in it. It's awesome, bro, for sure.
I hear that you're participating in the World Championships.
Yeah, so I've made the WSL World, the WSL Challenger Series for 2024. So my first event will be in the Belito Pro. That will be, I think, the first until the 9th of June. So I'm basically I'm running a campaign to raise some funds, because I've got like 5 events that I have to go for for the year. And I've got the Packer Buddy that I'm busy running at the moment to obviously raise funds to cover all of those expenses, you know.
So maybe Red Hill could have a fundraiser for you.
I mean, that would be amazing, you know. Obviously, I have got a link that you guys could be what you guys will be able to get.
Yeah.
So I can send you the link, and then from there, basically what I just need is just to, you know, to get the word out as much as I can, and obviously get as much donations as I can, because there's a certain amount of money that I have to reach to and the target, you know. So
Yeah.
that would be amazing, you know, just to spread the word, and you know, I would really be really appreciated, brother.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
Well, when is the World Championship?
So the World Championships, like I said, the first event starts the 1st of June, and the 1st until the 9th of June, and then I've got Portugal, the US Open, and Brazil.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then but from there, obviously, like I said, right now I'm just trying to get the word out as much as I can to as many people as I can. So,
Yeah.
yeah, positive all the way.
Definitely.
Sweet.
Thank you very much for the interview.